Welcome, welcome.
What's up?
So you
I'm
are a Muslim, is that correct?
yes, I'm a layman Muslim. I'm not a scholar. I'm just a regular guy.
Okay. So we like to start off by asking your position first before we go any further, so we can understand.
Yeah, I
How
see that you've been live for over 2 hours. I see in this StreamYard, but I haven't
you said
been a
you said
part
that
of.
we've been lied to
No,
over two
live,
hours.
live. You've been online live for over 2 hours.
Oh,
That's what
live. Got it.
it's showing me. But I haven't been a part of this stream for that
Mm.
entire duration.
Uh,
So just wanted to let you know I haven't been here for very long.
no worries. No worries. So what is your position on Quran preservation? Do you believe that the Quran has been preserved word for word, every letter perfectly, not a dot changed, no textual differences wherever you go? Or do you hold the position that yes, there could be some textual variants, but the message is preserved, the meaning is preserved? What's your position?
So from my understanding, from the limited scope of my research, my understanding from that is that the Quran is an oral recitation as well as it being a book. Um, the both the oral preservation from the time of the Prophet, peace be upon him, till today has been preserved, as well as the book. And I believe there is a Quranic manuscript that's been carbon dated to within a range of the Prophet's life. The range is between his life till shortly after his death, because the carbon datation isn't like to a T exact year and date, right? It gives you a range. So that is the Birmingham manuscript, if I'm correct, and we have that one. And I mean, I haven't looked at it physically and compared every single letter on every page of it to what I have in my bedroom or like in my home. But I've been told it's the same.
Okay. So Jai, you there? Jai, did you step away? Sounds like you probably stepped away.
I mean, are you familiar with the Birmingham manuscript of the
Yeah, the
Quran?
Birmingham manuscript is actually just two folios or 2 pages. It's not a full Quran.
It's only 2 pages. It's not an entire Quran.
Correct. Correct.
Wow, that's it. That's the first I've heard of that, if I'm being honest. I've
That's all
heard
right.
this Birmingham manuscript be spoken about so much, but I this is the first time I've heard someone say it's only 2 pages.
Yeah. It's only two folios, bro. It's only two folios. It is not a full
Now,
Quran.
what do you mean by folio?
Like it's 2 pages. Like folios is like a page or something like that.
I thought a folio is like a binder, which could be comprised of many pages. That's
Yeah.
my understanding of that word before you said it was that. But
Oh
I
yeah.
could be wrong. I don't know what the dictionary says on it, but folio, what I understood that was like a folder.
Yeah, no. It's like like 2 sheets of paper.
So there's only 2 sheets of paper.
Yeah. And it really doesn't have like really Quranic material on it. Like it has biblical material. When I say biblical, I mean like the stories of Moses and stuff like that as regurgitated in the Quran, but not really Quranic material, outside of like Moses or Abraham and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, so you do have the
Wait,
bank.
I really don't understand what you mean by that when you're saying like because the Quranic material encompasses stories of Jesus, Moses, Abraham, Solomon,
So,
many
so
prophets. I mean,
well,
to me, that is Quranic material. When I read the
well,
Quran, I've
mm,
read stories about those
yeah,
prophets from it.
yeah.
Like, so are you trying to say that now, like, no, everything that's similar to a previous text, I'm not calling that the Quran. Just anything that's not from it. Like, are you trying to like splice the splitting hairs or something? I'm not sure. I'm asking.
No, I'm just highlighting that the Quranic material that you have on the Birmingham manuscript is not original to Islam. It's not originally Islamic. It's
That
stuff
sounds like we're splitting
like
hairs now.
it's like a regurgitation. Well, no, I'm not because the Islam is not original. You know what I'm saying? It takes a
Well,
lot
Islam
from
claims to
the
be the
Bible.
only religion that has been existed since the beginning of the time. It's just the Quran is and the Prophet Muhammad, peace
I
be
know you
upon him,
claim
are the
that.
final revelation of the one religion.
I know that's the claim, but it's just not. That's
No,
not.
well, what I'm saying is if that's our claim, you saying that we're not like a new thing or something like that, like, well,
You
that
are a new thing.
you're saying
No, no, what I'm saying is you are a new thing. Islam is a new thing. Yes, it's a new thing that takes from a lot of older things to basically fill it up.
to fill it up.
Mhm. But specifically on this right here, where I don't know where Jai is, but until he gets back, like
I
I can
really don't. Well,
on
hold
the
on, bro, but I
conversation.
really don't get
Just
what like that point you
one,
just made.
1 second, bro. 1 second. What I'm saying is for this here, we're talking about this myth that every Quran that you pick up is exactly the same word for word. And so that's what this entire stream has been about, showing examples and showing the scholars of Islam that say otherwise, you know.
Okay, so like, are you trying to use the qirats as an argument? Like
Well,
the differences in recitation,
not differences in recitation, my friend,
like
differences in
Malik versus
wording.
Mullik, like the extended it to say Malik versus Mullik when you say
Malik
it
versus
fast.
Malik.
Yeah, is like is that what you're saying? Like tomato,
That
tomato?
that's an example of one. That's an example of one. You know, those would be two different words. One is king, one is owner. They don't. They're not. They're
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
The
that's right. One is king and one means owner.
same. And so, yeah. So we're talking about
You know,
stuff
Allah is both of
like
those,
that, but
right?
even deeper ones.
But you know, Allah is both the owner and the king, right?
Well, yeah. I'm not. I'm not saying that that these two like destroy the meaning of that context. What I'm saying is like
I'm
because
glad.
both can work there. You know, both words can work. So I wouldn't say that in that situation
And they complement each other, don't they?
it destructs the no because you have some that contradict each other like we were going over.
But this is not a contradiction. These complement
No,
each other.
I don't think this one is a contradiction, but we do have examples of ones that do contradict each other. You know, like so the one that was shown earlier was chapter 12, verse 90, Surah Yusuf, verse 90, um, where they're you know in the Hafs Quran, they're asking, "Are you indeed Joseph? Are you indeed Joseph?" But in the Ibn Kathir Quran, it's you
Wait,
are indeed Joseph.
Ibn Kathir Quran? What do you mean Ibn Kathir Quran?
Yeah, so you have, you
That's the
know,
guy who does.
what you say, karas, right? You
Wait,
have
wait. But
different
Ibn
readings.
Kathir is someone who does commentary on the Quran.
Well, not just that, bro. You actually have a
I'm,
reading of the Quran that's named Ibn Kathir.
you mean the like his commentary, like his
No,
attempt to
no,
explain it?
no, not it's not
But
the
that's
top.
what Ibn Kathir is. Ibn
Yeah, I
Kathir is
know.
someone who
I'm
attempted to
telling you, it's
explain
not
it.
the tafsir, my friend. It's not.
But
He's not
okay,
the
but can
full
we not
tafsir.
interrupt each other? Can we not interrupt each other?
But you're literally interrupting
I
me.
will not interrupt you, but I
So
also
then
ask you not to
so when
interrupt.
you say
No, I
don't
said
interrupt
let's
me as
not.
you're
I said
interrupting me.
let's not.
Okay,
I
but
included
you're
myself.
literally still interrupting me by saying let's not interrupt.
Go ahead.
I appreciate it. So the Kathir that it's talking about, it's not the same guy that wrote the tafsir that gives the commentary. It's a different one. Okay. And so this one, it's a canonical reading of the Quran. You know, one of the canonical, you got 7 canonical readings. This is one of them. And so in these Qurans, you have the readings that contradict each other. They're not the same. They don't complement each other. They're not, oh, it's a different perspective. No, this is a contradiction. One says, are you indeed Joseph? Asking the question. They're not sure. Are you indeed Joseph? The other one has them saying, you are indeed Joseph with certainty. It's like, which one was it? You know?
Could you bring it up?
Yeah, sure. Christian Table Talk. Danny Davis and the Abu Amir, if you guys are listening, if you guys can contact Jai. I don't know what happened to him. Like he's here on the screen, but I don't know if he's connected or something happened to his stuff. Or Paul Bishop, if you're listening, if you guys can hit him up on WhatsApp or something like that. Life, are you here? So even Life is gone. I don't even know why this dude is here on stage occupying space.
It's just me and you, buddy.
Just me and you, man. Just me and you. All right, chapter 12, verse 90.
See, I have to rely on you to provide this because if I were to, I'm on my phone. If I were to pull up my resources through my phone, it would ruin my mic and whatnot, right? So,
Hey, don't worry. Yeah, I got the whole computer, and don't worry, man. I got us. Take
I
good.
can't multitask right now.
No worries, man. I take good care of us, man. I take good care of us. All right, so verse 90, and then I'll put it on the screen. All right, cool. All right, so make sure, guys, everybody's hitting the like button as well.
Hey man, sorry about that, bro. I had to step away for a minute.
Oh, there you go. We're showing him chapter 12, verse 90. That example.
Oh, okay, perfect. By the way, I don't know if you have the Bridges translation. That translation, maybe it's like PDF form or something. They removed it off of Quran.com, maybe because it's problematic, because it mentions these variants. But he actually lists it on his translation.
Yeah, I don't have Bridges. How do you get access to Bridges translation?
There should be a PDF version of it. Someone might be able to send that to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
But all right.
So is it H? H is the
Yeah, H is the Muslim here.
all right.
All right. So you see, this is on the screen. H, can you see it? The verse. I got the verse in the English here, and over here I got it in the Arabic. You see it?
Yes.
So this is the part that we're talking about here. Is it indeed you who are Joseph? All right. Okay. So this is the Hafs. Hold on, let me put it in English so you can see.
You got Pixel.
This is just an English translation. Don't like we're really worried about the Arabic. We're worried about the Arabic. So right over here to the right, I have the Arabic on the screen. Okay.
Yeah.
So it says the same thing, as the English. Is it, they said, is it you who are indeed Joseph? Okay. But when we scroll down here to Ibn Kathir, right? Al-Bazi on authority of Ibn Kathir, his Quran, right here, it's different. And you can see how it color codes it. It color codes where the difference is. This is why I like this site. And it's, are you indeed, or I'm sorry, you are indeed Joseph. So
Exactly.
the first one is the question, are you indeed Joseph? The one in Ibn Kathir is, you are indeed Joseph, with certainty. It's not a question.
Right. So in one reading, they don't know, is that him? There's uncertainty.
So
But
who's
the other
they?
one,
Like this
the other
is
one is certain.
the
It's Joseph's
90th.
brother.
I hear you, Jai. You're just reiterating what Avery just said.
Yeah, Joseph's brothers.
I heard him. I have a question.
That's good.
This
You
is
can
the
respond now.
90th. This is the 90th verse of chapter 12, correct?
Yep.
I thought you heard Avery.
So
See, we could both be like
can we?
that, but we don't need
Okay,
to be
bro.
like that.
Are you?
We don't
I
need to be
asked.
like
Yeah, no, hold on. I asked not to interrupt each other, right?
You
I did
interrupted
ask
him.
that.
You interrupted Jai in the middle of him talking.
Yeah.
What he was just saying what you just said,
But
right?
but yet the point still stands that you interrupted him.
Okay, but was I not supposed to be able to speak after you
You
finished?
can speak after whoever is
So I'm
speaking, and then
getting
they stop.
2v1 right here, bro.
You can speak after whoever's. You can't complain about interruption when you just interrupted somebody.
Who's saying what you just said, right?
Who cares? You
But
interrupted
I'm
them.
trying to respond.
Don't interrupt nobody if you don't look. If you don't want to be interrupted, don't interrupt anybody. If you
Okay.
interrupt people, you
Oh,
open the door.
wait. Hold on.
You just interrupted me
I
again.
came on here and I was speaking with you, right? Jai wasn't here when I came on initially.
Jai has been here the entire time.
No, he
He's
wasn't
been on
here when
stage
I
the
came
entire
on initially.
time.
Remember when I said it's just me and
So
you,
okay,
buddy?
so let me tell you this. Let me just make it clear to you. Jai is here to speak. He's engaged in this conversation. Matter of fact, he's leading the conversation. So, do you have a point to address here, or are we going to continue with the Muslims on this day that cry about this conversation?
I'm not crying, bro. I tried to respond, and
Okay, so let's
someone
get
who
this.
I wasn't familiar. Okay, I came on here, and what was the first thing I told you? I said you've been on live for over 2 hours, but I've not been here for those 2 hours or whatever. Did I not say that? Was that not my first statement?
What does that have to do with this?
Oh God, you can't answer. I'm just asking for intellectual honesty right now.
No. Check your intellectual honesty by not interrupting when people interrupt.
What? Oh God, I just asked you a basic question.
Yeah. So, do you have something to say to
So
this, or
did
should
I
we
say?
move on?
Oh my God.
Because you're wasting my time. Do you have something to say to this,
Yeah,
or should
I
we move
do.
on?
I do.
All right, go ahead.
I
I'm
was
hearing you.
literally in the process of it, and I didn't know it's a 2v1.
Yeah, it's a 2v1.
Okay, it's a 2v1. Great. This is the 90th verse of chapter 12, right? Can we read the whole verse, like the whole 90? Are you
Chapter
willing to read
90,
the whole
or chapter
90?
12, verse 90. They said,
Can we read the whole
is it
90?
indeed you who are
No,
Joseph?
not
He
verse
said,
90. All 90 verses up until this point, and the
why?
remainder afterwards
Why?
until the completion.
Why?
Well, I'm someone, whether I'm reading the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, anything like this, I don't read one single verse. Like I read the whole chapter
But what does that have to do,
so I can
my friend?
contextualize.
What does that have to do with the variant within the verse itself?
Okay, you presented me Al-Bazi on the authority of Ibn Kathir, yeah?
Yep.
All right, who's Al-Bazi?
Jai, who's
Well,
Al-Bazi?
Can you put up the thing? There you go. Just so Muslims know, maybe you don't know Arabic, you think, oh, they're lying to me. This is a Muslim translation, and this is the footnote on it. They said, can it be that you really are Joseph? They don't know. And look at the footnote. Ibn Kathir and Abu Ja'far read it as, you really are Joseph. Exclamation, like, that's you. We know that's you. So just so people are clear. So the two readers, Ibn Kathir and Abu Ja'far, these are two of the readers that are Muslims consider to be canonical, authoritative readings of the Quran that you can recite in prayer and all that.
MashaAllah.
And in fact, we got their history because I got the slides. So actually, if you want, I can show you them. Hold up. Actually, let's keep this on the screen first, just so people can see that. Maybe they want to screenshot that.
Can you send that to me when you get a chance to?
Yep. Let me send it to you right now, actually. So can we get interaction on this rather than asking us to read all 90 verses?
I'm just respectfully listening. I'm not trying to interrupt.
Yeah, so his question is, can you interact directly with the variant within the verse instead of trying to read all 90 verses, which is irrelevant to what we're dealing with here?
Yeah, I don't think that's irrelevant. I think that's how to contextually read something because we're doing textual criticism.
Textual criticism, sure. How does reading the first 90 verses help you with the variant that is in the 90th verse?
Well, I don't know if there's a variant in the 90th verse. I want to read it
showing
all.
to you. What are you talking about? It's right here. It's on the screen.
Read it all. You showed me a footnote.
Do you know what a variant is?
You're showing me a footnote, right?
No, I showed you the actual verse.
You showed me a verse.
Okay,
Then you
okay,
showed
sorry.
me
Here it is.
Al-Bazi on Ibn Kathir. Hey man, I wasn't interrupting. Can you not interrupt?
Yeah, do you see this?
Yeah, you're saying you showed me this.
That's the verse, not a footnote.
It says at the top, Al-Bazi on the authority of Ibn Kathir.
Yeah, that's the person who's
I asked you who Al-Bazi is.
What does that have to do with the variant here?
I was shown a footnote.
What does that have to do with the variant here?
What does it have to do with the variant? Is it not what you showed me to be a variant? You said, look, this is a variant based on al-Bazi on the authority of Ibn Kathir in the Ibn Kathir Quran. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand this Ibn Kathir Quran, who al-Bazi is. I'm trying to get context, right? Because you guys are so certain on this, so I'm trying to understand. Because I already said I'm a layman. I'm not a scholar. So I'm just asking the thought-provoking questions that immediately come to mind when you present me this. And I'm asking, who's al-Bazi? Why does he have authority from Ibn Kathir? These would be basic questions you should be able to answer, right? But you just
And
showed
we
me
can.
another screen with a footnote that's reiterating the same thing that you're trying to push. I'm just trying to understand it better.
Okay. So just to be clear, that footnote was documenting the different readings. It's just meant to be an English translation for people that maybe didn't trust the Arabic, or they're like, what, are we 100% sure? Now we have a Muslim source telling you that what we're saying is what's going on. So now you want to know who these people are, which is a good question. Who are these people? Who are all these different readers? So you should ask the same question about who is Hafs, who's Awesome, who are all these people? And it ultimately comes down to one guy in the 10th century, hundreds of years after Muhammad, who canonized these readings. And he chose, I want this one, this one, this one, this one, and that's it. That's who they are. They were just chosen by this guy, Ibn Mujahid.
So his name is what? Ibn Mujahid?
Yeah. Abu Bakr Ibn Mujahid.
Okay, so who's al-Bazi?
Al-Bazi, he's one of the transmitters for this reading of Ibn Kathir. So they have different transmitters or different
Ibn
students.
Kathir is someone who does his commentary on the Quran.
No, this is a different Ibn Kathir. This is the Ibn Kathir, one of the scholars of the readings of the Quran.
He's a scholar of the reading of the Quran.
Yeah. He's
And
from
you
Mecca.
said he's from the 10th century.
No. The person who canonized him is Ibn Mujahid from the 10th century, but Ibn
Okay,
Kathir himself
so
was from the 8th century.
Okay, Ibn Kathir is from the 8th century.
Right, from Mecca. Yes.
And then Mujahid is from the 10th century, who canonized it.
Correct. Yes.
Canonized what exactly?
So what he did was, in his day, there were over 70 different readings of the Quran. Some people say there were over 70 readings of the Quran. So what he did was, because he had this political power and he had this pull with the government, he chose 7 readings. And we didn't get to this in the slide yet, but maybe next stream that we do continuation, we'll get into this. He chose 7 readings that Muslim scholars don't admit that they don't know the reason why he chose those 7. They also don't know why he chose 7. But because he had this political power and this political pull, he would imprison people because of his position, like in the government with his connections. He would imprison people, torture them who rejected his readings. So that's what he did.
So this just sounds like politics.
Basically, yeah.
Exactly.
Basically.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
But that and that's the Quran, though. That's how we get the Quran.
but that's not how we got the Quran.
Yeah,
It
because
is.
even Uthman, that's a politic. He's a Khalifa, like he's one of the leaders. So that's how these Qurans were all canonized. It was by government officials, by leaders, and things like that.
Yep.
And
So
so,
you got
yeah, go ahead, bro.
no, yeah. So you got these variants, man, and this is one that we're looking at. So what do we do? What are your thoughts on this, bro?
So you show me Pickthall.
I'm just showing
right?
you the English translation of the.
Yeah. Hold on, please don't interrupt. I've been trying to wait and make sure you guys stop speaking before I start.
Yeah, I just don't
So
want you to build a false.
Pickthall. Sorry, go ahead. Let me know when I speak.
Yeah, what are your thoughts? Because Pickthall is not the issue here. That's why I'm trying to cut you off and get you to the point. Forget about
Yeah,
Pickthall. That's
but
just
you
an
doing the
English
cutting off thing
translation.
is not fair. When I tried doing that, and it was like, whoa, no interruptions. Now you're doing
That
it.
was you. You the only one who started all that crying, man.
I'm not crying. I'm just. I want respectful discussion.
So what do you have to say about the variant in the verse?
the variant. Okay, the Pickthall translation is the English translation of the Quran, right? It says one thing. It says, you've highlighted here, it is indeed thou who art Joseph, like in a question, right? And now you're showing me something else that says Al-Bazi on the authority of Ibn Kathir has extra letters, is what you're trying to say, right? And that now changes the entire verse from saying, are you Joseph, to you are Joseph. That's what you're saying, right?
I didn't say extra letters, but go ahead, Jai.
I thought that's what was said when they pointed out, look, it's even highlighted in the
Go
Arabic.
ahead, Jai's about to tell you what's the difference. Go ahead, Jai.
Yeah. So it's the point is that this particular word, depending on where you put the dottings and things like that, you can either make it into a question, like we're saying, or you can make it into an emphatic. So it's not about different words or letters. It's just about
So can I
how
see the
you
Arabic on
dot
both?
it.
Because you're only showing me one Arabic, but you're saying I need to see two Arabics, right?
Here's the Arabic on this one. Right here.
Yeah.
You see how the
aleph is there.
mark is on the top?
Yeah.
You might have to zoom in a little. Oh, actually, no, that's my bad. I can see it now. Okay.
Okay, you see it? Oh, yeah. So yeah, it has the marking. Sorry, it has the.
Yeah. So that one's
A'ennaka.
Okay.
And then we go to down to Ibn Kathir's. Right here.
Okay. And that's ennaka, without the without that little stop there. So
yeah, it has it on the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so the letters are all the same. It's the pronunciation that's changed.
Well, it changes what it means, though. Like
Well,
we showed you the translation
the
of it.
verse is in here, from what I can read, it says, I am Joseph, and this is my brother. So you're saying
that's not the part we're
one
questioning.
recitation says you are Joseph, which then he would later say, yeah, I am. And you're saying another recitation is saying, are you Joseph? And then he says, yeah, I am. So like Quran is destroyed, false, it's just over now. Like that's your point?
That could be your conclusion. I mean, we're trying to show
No,
the
I'm
narrative
wondering
that
what
Muslims...
your point is with that. Like, I don't see
Let's tell you the point. Here's the point, my friend. Here's the point. As you said earlier, you said that how you were taught that all the Qurans are the same. There's only one. That's what you said.
No, I never said that. I said you asked me about the preservation.
Yeah.
No, bro. Let's be honest. Don't laugh. Well, I don't know why you're laughing.
I'm laughing
it is on tape. You can go back and look at it. You asked me about preservation.
Yeah,
you said
I
to
asked,
me,
do you
what is your
believe that the
understanding
Quran has
on the
been preserved
preservation of the
word for
Quran?
word?
I then responded and I said, the Quran is a recitation. And
mute your mic, you crybaby. Stop lying on here. Like you guys act like you're not freaking recorded. You're recorded, dude. You're recorded. I asked you specifically, what is your view on preservation? Do you believe that the Quran has been preserved word for word, letter for letter, no change? You say, oh, yeah, that's just what I was taught. That's exactly what you said. Why are you up here lying now and changing your opinion? You don't got to lie to change. If you want to change your position, just do that. Just say, yeah, you know what? I changed my view now. But don't lie and say you didn't say that.
Okay, you keep muting me. I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
But you interrupted me, right? You put words in my mouth. You lied on me, and then you
get out of here, crybaby. Get out of here. You're an embarrassment. You're a child.